Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, the long-awaited dev talk that we have been waiting the whole week for is finally here. Wuthering Waves X Cyberpunk Edgerunners, and they have got quite the elite crew for this chat today. And this chat is led by none other than, you never seen him this happy. Bro's happier here than he was during the 3.3 anniversary. Bro is double cheeked up with a grin on a Friday. He didn't look anything like this during the anniversary. You can tell that this is the real anniversary over here. And so they've actually got the lead writers of CDProjekt Red, the vice president of franchise, as well as, I believe the woman over here, she's one of the lead writers of Edgerunners. And this chat over here is supposed to be surrounding the collaboration, what went into the design, why they did certain things the way they did. And when you know that this collaboration is one of the most hyped up ones in the history of gacha and is one of those collabs that's threatening to break into the mainstream with Jungkook from BTS, ARMY, Asmongold, 10Z, all these individuals, right, who typically aren't really known for like gacha and stuff like that, well, they're being brought to the collab because Edgerunners and Cyberpunk and CDProjekt Red, they're pretty damn big names. And so this chat is something that I think the entire player base, and of course, I think maybe even the entire gaming space has been looking forward to. So why don't we see what it was looking like? And of course, I think the most interesting thing is going to be the fact that I don't think they speak Chinese, and I don't think he speaks the language that, like anything. I don't think that English is their first language because I think they're European. They're from somewhere in Europe, so I'm wondering how they're going to communicate. I guess we'll find out. Polish. Yeah, that's in Europe. So I was right. Thank you for telling me. I love that they put in the clip of like the CDProjekt Red employees goofing around while like Solon is like fucking locked in. Bro, he's fucking locked in. Look, dude, look at that shit. He's focused up. Bro, he did not focus up this much during the anniversary. You know that for sure.
2, 1, action.
Bro, they had a cat on set too? I do also want to talk about the set for a second. Bro, they brought it all out for the design over here. You see like all of the cyberpunk-oriented stuff in the background. You got Arasaka, Delamain, Braindance, and then you got good old Abby, and then the Rovers in front. Oh, even the tub pup, bro.
Hello, 漂泊者们，大家。
Oh, this is gonna be crazy. Oh, he's just straight up. Hell, he just went in speaking the Chinese.
大家好，我是 Soren， 很开心又能和大家见面。
Oh,
今天是一次比较特殊的对谈节目，因为坐在我旁边的是两位来自波兰的朋友。
Okay, nah, this dude is like straight up. He's like gushing right now. Nah, this dude did not. He even sounds happy too.
让他们先自我介绍一下吧。
Hello, my name is Milena. I am writer and editor in CDProjekt Red. I work on comic books and various stories like this collaboration.
Awesome. Okay, so I guess the Polish people about to be speaking in English while Solon just I do wonder, like, do they have yeah, they have earpieces. Okay. I was like, how the fuck is this thing even working?
And I'm Sztybor, also called Sztybao. I'm VP of franchise at CDProjekt Red, and I wrote
Dude, this guy's name is, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that, bro.
Cyberpunk Edgerunners, so this collaboration is close to my heart.
OK， 真的非常开心，今天能有机会在3.4版本之上线之前，邀请到 CDProjekt Red 的两位朋友聊一聊关于联动的制作和一些。
I'm glad that these are the two individuals that are going to be front and center for the conversation because they're, I think, they're two of like the most loyal guardians of the IP. So just for like some context on Edgerunners and like collabs and like units and stuff like that, right? One of the biggest sort of like dramas surrounding the collab, it's not really a drama, but it's definitely a topic to talk about, right? Is the fact that David has never been like a playable character in any collab ever. Right? And that's because, like, one of the things about the Edgerunners narrative that they really want to keep continuous is the fact that, like, David is, like, dead. He's, like, done. He's gone. And there's nothing that, like, ever really, like, brings him back, right? And so I do believe that these individuals over here would probably be tangentially involved, if not the front runners of that sort of push. And so you can kind of tell, right? Like, they know what they want. And so for the collab to be releasing and for them to be, I assume, very happy about the state of the collab and, like, the story and all of that, especially with the shit that this guy's been writing. Like, bro, this guy is just a glazer. I'm sorry. This guy is just a fucking glazer. He has been, like, on social media, just, like, promoting this collab for, like, 3 weeks. And it just hasn't stopped. So, when this guy's the VP of franchise, very high up position, right? And then you're getting your lead writer of Edgerunners, and then you're seen doing this much glazing, it, like, has to be good. Or your reputation takes a hit. Do you know what I mean? And that's why typically when you're when it's a company as, like, prestigious as CDProjekt, right? That has this reputation, that has this track record of doing well. You typically don't lend your name and lend your backing unless it's actually a good product. And so that's why a lot of people already have, like, kind of, like, full faith in how this collab story and its implementation is going to go, even before it's already begun.
一些关于赛博朋克边缘行者本身的话题，那就让我们开始吧。
For me, the most interesting thing is, okay, we came here, we have an amazing collaboration. What happened in your mind?
Okay, this guy talks a little bit slow, so I'm gonna, like, speed it up a little bit. You guys, like, cool with that? It's just, like, I don't know what it is, but, like, in Europe, they have this thing where, like, some regions of Europe talk really, really, really fast, and then some of them talk slow. And I don't even mean it as, like, an ESL thing. It's just some regions talk really fast.
That you decided, let's do a collaboration with Cyberpunk Edgerunners.
So that's him on 1.25. He just sounds... that just sounds normal. that just sounds normal.
首先我们团队在做明朝的时候，其实还是希望明朝长期的运营当中，其实是有机会可以通过一些跨界的联动，可以给玩家在版本运营过程中带去一些更惊喜的或者更不一样的。
So does this mean they plan on having a collab at this time every year? Sorry, let me reread that.
中其实是有机会可以通过一些跨界的联动，可以给玩家在版本运营过程中带去一些更惊喜的或者更。
I don't know. It sounds like they might be trying to make this a yearly thing.
更不一样的内容。那我们那会其实就会在想，什么样的节点是我们最适合开始做这件事情的？我们其实也盘了自己的版本规划、时间周期等等。我们觉得在拉海洛这个版本其实非常合适的。那我们3.0版本其实一开始规划的时候，也希望它其实是一个科幻题材的。
Okay, so because it was Lahai Roy, the roadmap, the sci-fi, they thought it was the perfect time for the Edgerunners collaboration. And so part of me is wondering, does this mean that Kuro has, like, access to the Witcher collab or some other sort of IP, and they're simply just choosing to wait on it? Because, like, it seems like they're, like, reaching out and then they're coordinating it. It seems like they already have, like, some sense of approval already. I don't know.
游戏版本嘛，所以我们当初的
Because obviously, Witcher would be a retarded collab to put in Lahai Roy. Like, I don't think anyone can, like, I know Witcher would be badass. Geralt, Ciri, Triss, all of that. It would be dumb as fuck for them to show up at Star Torch Academy, though. Dumb as fuck. Would they have made sense in Septimont? Maybe. Probably. Could have made sense in Septimont, but that ship has already sailed. I'm just assuming that we'll probably get, like, some sort of, like, region where we go into, like, literal. And I know some people might be upset about this one. I think this would be badass, though. I want, like, some sort of, like, Sonaro bullshit to occur, and one of our regions, we go back to, like, the Dark Ages. Like, bro, we go back to, like, some fucking medieval shit. Like, and then that's where we have the Witcher collab.
出发点就是想找一个
Like prehistoric dinosaur echoes, bro.
契合3.0这个题材的作品来做联动，它最好一定
Monster echoes. Oh, what if they did, like, a Monster Hunter? Like, Witcher-inspired region. And then you have to hunt, like, giant echoes. And then you, like, climb them and shit. I don't know. I feel like that would be crazy, but maybe I'm tripping.
得是科幻的，结合在一起其实是自然的。有好的叙事，还一定要有好的出众的品质。当然，还有一点很重要的就是一定要是我们整个制作团队大部分人其实都非常熟悉的。那
okay, so the lineups have to be. It fits in with the roadmap. It fits in with the setting, and it also has to be something that Kuro knows their players will like.
聊了一轮之后呢，我们就会觉得像《边缘行者》这部作品是非常非常契合我们其实上面说的这些要点的。最后也非常幸运，我们能联动上。
It's not just edge runners though. Let's be entirely real here. When this is what Lucy's ultimate looks like, and when this is like what her tacit mark reveal looked like over here, and they're just ripping the 2070s. That's the mini map from 2077, by the way. This is a 2077 collab too. So that's my personal take. They got the HUD from the fucking game. And then when you use Lucy's ultimate, bro, you literally get the hacking UI from the game. And they even put the descriptions of what all the different hacks do on the side. It's just placeholder text for now, but it's there. So, yeah, I think it's a little bit of both, to be honest.
非常感谢 CDPR， 也很期待这个版本可以跟我们的玩家见面。那其实我也会想问，为什么会考虑和明朝合作呢？从你们的视角中，觉得两部作品合适的
Why Wuwa? That's a good question.
地方在哪个地方？
There was a few reasons. One of the reasons was for sure that when I was 3 years ago for the first time in China, in Chengdu, I saw that here in China there's a lot of fans of Cyberpunk runners.
Oh, they love that shit in China? I wonder why.
And I was surprised and amazed because there were lines of people.
It does make you wonder, like, is it because it's like similar to IRL?
People that wanted to talk to me, they wanted to sign some things, and they were also very kind and wanted more. So we thought that, okay, if people in China love Cyberpunk edge runners, we should give them more edge runners. That was definitely the first thing. Also, Milena knows the game very well, so
I'm surprised at how popular edge runners is in like Asia, because Cyberpunk by itself is like straight up a bit of like it's like kind of like more of like a Western IP. But now that I think about it, there's so much like Japanese and Eastern Asian shit in Cyberpunk that, yeah, I feel like Asia just kind of gets in on it anyways. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. I'm not confused anymore. Nah. One of the biggest company there is called Arasaka, now that I think about it.
oh, I guess she can tell more.
Wuthering Waves is getting more popular in Poland, so of course we heard about you before, and when you approached us, it was interesting idea to collaborate. Our team loves telling stories, so we also like to experiment with new genres and media.
Does it almost sound like they don't get approached for collabs that often?
Do more new stuff, and because this is something we've never done before, it was an interesting challenge to do it.
So this is the first time they've ever done something of this extent before. Like, I guess this much story involvement in a collab before. I'm surprised that they were so willing to go above and beyond and like do something that I feel like no real gacha devs have like honestly done before in a game. Like, no gacha or like collab devs have ever decided to like integrate the story into like the actual living world of the game to this high of a degree before. Obviously, I think there's like a lot of weight to that, right? You're tying the Wuthering Waves universe of Solaris 3 to like another IP that like I guess you don't actually own, right? So I would imagine there's maybe some devs that are hesitant to do that, right? Like, would Hoyoverse be okay with making like part of the Genshin Impact world, right, tied to an IP? They clearly don't want to do that with Fate. That's why everything was in past tense in that collab. That's why nothing in that collab actually mattered. They did that with the Horizon Zero Dawn. That's why all you got was a fucking mail. So to me, this is like a kind of like an extension of faith between both sides, where Wuthering Waves and Kuro have to be willing to like integrate Cyberpunk and Edge Runners into their universe to like this high of a degree, where like literally like people in like the new Fed or shit like that are getting involved. And then, of course, CDProjekt Red has to take on the task of doing something no gacha game has, like, done before or, like, no real collab has done before. So, I'm gonna be honest, this is kind of ballsy. Maybe they both don't know what they're doing and the collab is actually dog shit. Like have we thought about it like that? Maybe they're just like really overly confident, and it's merely just coming out of the fact neither of them have done this before.
No.
But there's
Like, that would be crazy. I don't think that's the case, but there's possibility.
also another thing. Cyberpunk Edge Runners is anime, and Wuthering Waves is amazing animation.
Wait, so what if that's actually the straw that broke the camel's back, and like they have been approached by other companies before, but they're like, your game just looks like shit, bro. Like, I'm sorry, your game looks like trash.
So it was, from my perspective, it was on the creative level. It was a very good fit.
I don't know. It seems like he's one of the he's the VP of franchise. So I assume that he's the main decision maker over here. So it potentially is, yeah, we don't want to collab with you because your game looks like shit. Sorry. Do better.
And I think the quality of your animation and the style of your animation is something first that we really like. And the second thing is I think it really fits the style of Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Okay, so by saying all of this, you're kind of saying that the other gacha games, like, don't. Maybe I'm reading into that too much, but I feel like that is kind of what he's saying, right?
So we thought that, as Milena said, the stories are super important for us, but also we want to do things that fit our IP. And I think that was...
We want to do things that fit our IP. And then they're talking about how they never did it before. I feel like they're kind of really just posturing as the other games weren't good enough. Am I tripping? He's making some very selective comments over here.
That was it. Like, what was the things that you picked from Cyberpunk Edge Runners? Because there's a lot of things in Cyberpunk Edge Runners, but why did you decide to pick this boss, this location, this point of from narrative, like this scene? How did you choose that?
Okay, now I'm beginning to see who's responsible for each one. Looks like Kuro might have been responsible for, like, the general storyboarding.
首先团队和我呢，无疑肯定是非常希望边缘行者中那些极具魅力的角色们可以出现在明朝中，比如大家耳熟能详的 Lucy、Rebecca、亚当重锤，让玩家可以在这次联动。
So did they get to decide which character showed up?
中感受到动漫中的一些画面，其实是我们内部都非常喜欢且希望加入到游戏中的那首神曲，那首 BGM。联动中的时候，其实我们就提出了一定要联动上这首神曲。
I really want to stay at your house, isn't it? So basically, this dude has just had this song stuck on his fucking mind since he watched the season 1 a couple of years ago, and he's like, yeah, I really need to put this in my game. Yeah, I'm gonna go make Wuthering Waves, specifically so that in the future, I can have the Cyberpunk Edge Runners collab, and I can hear that song in my game. Imagine if that's truly the reason why he made Wuthering Waves.
把它加入到游戏中，包括我们还在就是那时候在讨论的时候，就想象一个画面，就是希望我们可以在前瞻宣布这次联动的时候，可以伴随着 BGM 一起响起。那很开心，其实我们也完成了这一幕。这里肯定还是要感谢我们 CDPR 对我们这个建议的支持，可以让我们其实把我们这个想法。
I love how this dude isn't saying that shit by name. Like he's like so shy. Stop being a little fucking princess, bro.
把这个践行出来。
We are happy too.
Okay, so for some of the individuals that might not know what he's talking about over here, I'll just reveal to you what the fuck he's talking about over here. I don't know why he was like so cryptic about it. Like bro was like I don't know, like bro was like acting so like devious as he was like dropping the info. Like, what the fuck even was that? He was just like, oh yeah, we like used this song, and it was like, I really liked the song, and I like needed our team loved this song, and we needed to put it in. It's like, bro, like, come on, man, like, what are you doing? This is the song in the segment they're talking about over here, guys. And I'm pretty sure that shit is gonna play when you convene her too. So like, yeah, no, this guy is just being really goofy about it.
So how about difficulties? Because there had to be challenges, right? We have anime and heavy combat games, so what was the most difficult for you?
Let's see.
我觉得最大的难点其实还是高光的提炼和还原这两件事情。就是像 Lucy 和 Rebecca 其实都是拥有很强用户既定印象的角色，所以在经典的印象上去做好还原呈现是最重要的。所以
Okay, so the biggest focus is authentic representation. Awesome. They did just that. And it's a breath of fresh air, especially compared to the collaborations that we've seen in the past where they suck.
我们在资产上我们做了很多的功课，这个过程还倒逼我们做了一些技术升级，比如还原露西的表情。
Think about it this way. Unlimited Blade Works, which is a move where Shiro from Fate summons like millions of swords and throws them all at his enemies. It's a single hit move in Honkai Star Rail. The attack where you summon hundreds of swords and throw them at your enemy deals 1 instance of damage in HSR. That makes no fucking sense. You're throwing 200 swords at the enemy. It should be 200 instances of damage, but it's just 1 nuke. That's the type of dumb fucking shit where I'm just like, bro, like, how do you even fuck up something like this? Like, that's like not even... Anyways, it's the shit like that where I know that Hoyo straight up like just doesn't care about certain things. And you can see it everywhere in their Fate collab, and you'll see it everywhere in their second one.
我们就做了多达几十种的定制，它可能是目前为止新增定制表情最多的角色之一了。Rebecca 这里我们其实也通过了微调表情
More
控制器的
facial
骨
work,
骼
huh?
控制，做了很多微表情和夸张表情的效果。
Okay, so basically the anime is ruining Kuro and forcing them to innovate yet again. But don't worry, they'll find a way to reuse this technology and actually implement it for future cutscenes. So it's all good.
就还原它的原作中的气质，这整个过程其实我们自己收获也非常大。而场景上，因为赛博朋克2077的资产其实都是精度很复杂的，甚至单个建筑资产都能有80万面这么多。
800,000 polygons.
如果直接放进明朝，可能会产生很多性能问题和适配问题，所以我们决定对场景资产也要进行重新的制作，去平衡性能和适配性的要求。
Okay, so redid all the assets so their file sizes could fit.
那段时间团队都跑在2077里面去提取。
And then they basically played 2077 like crazy to get all of the dimensions and stuff in the game world.
原作中各种细节参数，保证新作的资产的还原度。最后我们还是成功落地出了一些经典场景和桥段，比如高架桥追车啊、樱花广场、月球这些，希望大家到时候可以喜欢。
Honestly, this is more of like a 2077 collab than an Edgerunners collab. I feel like it's 2077 for everything, and then the units are just Edgerunners. Am I the like it's only the units that are edge runners, but I guess that makes sense.
也再次感谢 CDPR 在
The moon. You're right, guys. The moon doesn't exist in Cyberpunk 2077. The moon doesn't exist there. It's not real.
这些环节中对我们的建议和支持。
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, the assets looks amazing. And you talked about face expressions, but how about movements? Because Wuthering Waves is so heavy in combat, so it's like very important experience to get to play with the protagonist. So how did you approach this?
Part of me almost wishes we had one of like the CDProjekt Red like game design people on here, but maybe none of them were involved at all. But it would be cool maybe to have like one of them in the next collab.
我觉得其实像明朝的联动，相信大家肯定是最关注的，一定还是像战斗相关的内容嘛。其实对于这2个联动的角色，对团队思路上，我觉得最大的变化还是要从一开始是创作新的不明者的这种思路，变成还原经典角色的这种思路。所以我们的核心还是要通过回顾原作的作品，去
study the source material, capture its
抓
most
取
memorable
最能发
moments,
挥和最经典的高光瞬间，还原到我们的战斗里面。其中
and translate them authentically. Okay. Yeah, no, HSR can never.
我觉得像 Lucy 的骇入和 Lucy 的那个分子线，其实就很有发挥空间。我们对此也做了不少设计。而 Rebecca 上，我们抓取的很多的是它的武器的元素，粗暴的那种战斗感觉来发挥，希望可以做出它那种非常狂野的佣兵的那种形象的。
Mercenary ferocity and raw chaotic energy. Yeah, no, they did it. I mean, let's just be entirely real here for a second, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you guys have seen like Rebecca's ultimate sequence yet, but like it's kind of it scares me. Just listen to it.
Eat less! Closer! Die! 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 Say your goodbye!
It's like, bro, The part that sends me on that shit is like, she's like out of breath. The VA is like out of breath. I feel like they said this all in one take. And by the time they say your goodbyes, it's like, bro, they're out of breath.
Say your goodbye!
Dude, she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, bro.
Yeah, I love the scene with Rebecca like, from the game that she suddenly takes this machine gun cannon and starts shooting.
Yeah.
Wait, no. What? Oh, maybe that's the scene he was talking about. Not pre-watch, by the way. This shit came out this morning. I think he was talking about that scene too. Nah, he's probably talking about that one too. I'm gonna be real here. Because of this sequence alone, I don't know who I like more compared to Rebecca or Lucy. Like, this alone is like, it truly might be the best voice sequence in the game. She might be worth playing just for this alone.
It is awesome.
And also Adam Smasher, like he's very important in our game and anime. And how did you, like, what was the inspiration or ideas for bringing him into Wuthering Waves?
Okay, I feel like this is kind of a dumb question because you have to put Adam Smasher into a Cyberpunk thing. It's illegal if you don't.
我觉得对于亚当的设计，首先我觉得亚当在剧集中，就在剧集中的出现和桥段，其实还是非常让人印象深刻的，因为他的那种压迫感和给人就在那题材当中给人一种难以战胜的那种窒息感，就我能力跟亚当主角的能。
Imagine having to deal with Adam Smasher as a Star Torch Academy student.
能力跟亚当好像差距很大的这个感觉，我觉得其实是亚当的一个最重要的一个角色符号，所以。
I think we all remember the first time we saw Adam Smasher in 2077. I think you're in, like, either a brain dance or, like, some security footage sequence. And, like, you're, like, looking through the eyes of, like, this dead Evelyn person. And, like, yeah, you just, like, see this dude. He's just like, aren't you a piece of fuckable meat? And you're just like, what the fuck? He's like, what? Like, what'd you say, bro? Like, why would you say that? Straight up, that is the first time you see him in that game. Yeah, he's like, no, sorry. It's like, you look like a cut. Bro, that's him. That's that dude.
他其实跟我们刚刚创作角色的思路其实也是很类似的，就是我们要怎么把这些重点的。
I will say, I don't know about his design. He looks like a Grenier from Warframe. Like, a little bit too much like one of them.
气质给他做还原，对吧？如何还原观众
You know what I mean?
和玩家心中的那个亚当的感受，一定是我们做这个。
I think it's because his head looks like all fucked up. Like, bro, his head looks like he has Deadpool cancer.
我觉得最重要的要体现的那个部分，那其实关键点就是压迫感。我们希望他拥有比较高强度的这种，就是高度的这种机械改造的身体，可使用他的拳脚啊、肩撞啊等这种近战的攻击方式，对吧？还可以通过机枪、手臂爆弹枪。
Part of me kind of wishes that Adam Smasher's effects didn't look like so magical. Like bro is like giving me like those like Genshin Impact like cube like fucking vibes, and like he don't really do that. You know what I mean? Like he don't really got that juice. So like I don't know how I feel about him like having like all of like that like because he already has all this like machinery, right? He already has like all these like heavy weaponry and stuff, right? And so I guess to me it's like I kind of wish he was like fully industrial, if that makes sense. Like he was like purely like explosive and he didn't have like kind of like the black wall like cybernetic effects. Or like wasn't like as buggy, but maybe that's like part of like his story. Maybe that's like part of the story is that like he's like a bug in the system. And so that's why some of his attacks like kind of like this over here. I like this move with the machine gun. I'm also talking about all like the glowy red shit. But that might just be explained by a black wall bug, which if that's the case, black wall is involved here. That actually does make sense why it looks like this.
爆弹枪这种导弹，包括肩部射导弹这种远程攻击，就是这种很多样的这种攻击形式，在1阶段。那它进入2阶段之后呢，我们又希望亚当重锤可以去解锁一些更新的武器，比如像那个
Oh, he's got that too. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like where the enemy uses shit like this. That's illegal.
按威斯坦高速移动的那个模式，对吧？通过肉眼无法观察的速度，对玩家进行猛烈的那种攻击的感受。我们刚刚其实也说到《边缘行者》里面很多的内容嘛，那基于边缘行者》其实也是基于赛博朋克2077改编的一个。
Yeah, no, this dude's about to beat your ass.
动画，大家其实也
I wonder who's gonna be worse, him or Sigilum?
都知道，所以我特别想就着这个机会，其实也想问一下，就是当时
I will say the hologram itself does not actually look that crazy. It looked like one of the slowest and like visually clear holograms I think we've ever seen in the game before.
在创作之初，是否有哪些赛博朋克2077的内容或者元素，让你们有了灵感，才决定写《边缘行者》这样的一个故事呢？
Oh, now they're asking, how did 2077 influence Edgerunners? Interesting.
When we were writing Edgerunners, Cyberpunk was still not released, so it was a bit difficult because game developers, they were working on the game, but they still didn't know exactly what the game is about.
Oh, shit.
But we all knew that it should be dark, it should be sad, it should be tragic, that it should be about a person versus the city. So it should be a personal story. It should be a noir story because we should remember that Cyberpunk, it came from noir from the 30s. So it's always dark stories about one person versus the society
It's just depressing.
versus the system versus the city. So I think this were the
And like part of me like does wonder, like, are the people that are like really into Cyberpunk, like are they okay? Like are you guys like good? Like part of me like does wonder because it's kind of like, nah, they all saying no. Oh, okay. So okay, all right. So my concerns were warranted.
main points for us to do the story, and also Edgerunners itself. Edgerunners is a very interesting concept because it's like knights in medieval times or like cowboys in the westerns, like really special people that do crazy stuff.
Heroes.
So we thought, okay, let's tell a story about a guy who becomes an Edgerunner, because it will show first the world, then it will somehow present the game in the best way, and that's how David Martinez was born.
其实你刚刚也有讲到，就是一个有西部牛仔气质。
Kind of like is an underdog zero to hero story. I mean, very similar to 2077 in V, if we're gonna be honest. Except in 2077, you kind of get like a cheat code called Johnny Silverhand. It is what it is, you know what I mean? It's just I think they honestly, in terms of like aura, I feel like David ends up having a little bit more because it's not like David had any like real cheat codes like V did, right?
一个
Let's also just casually forget the fact that the chip is killing V. Like, don't just omit that piece of information from your mind.
小人物角色，其实在这个城市当中，他如何去克服困难也好，或者说他无可避免的，其实走向了一个悲剧这样子的一个结局。这个灵感是从一开始就想好，还是说其实我从一开始
Oh, okay. They're just talking about him dying now. Cool. So I've said this like 30 times already, but yeah, David being dead is like the worst kept secret in, I think, anime or just like media history. So it's kind of just, if you're upset by that in 2026, I have nothing else to tell you other than like get over it.
就是想写一个悲剧，所以我才这样来做的呢。
The devs and the writers and like the publishers, Netflix, nobody cares. So I don't either.
It's the easiest answer is that I'm a person waiting for a tragic end to happen.
Does this guy just like hang out at the cancer ward in hospitals and he's just like he starts hearing a family crying and he's just like, oh yeah, I like that shit. Like, what does that even mean? Like, what? I'm a person waiting for a tragic end to happen. So what, you just chilling at the hospital? Ma'am, your husband's dead. She's just in the waiting room. Bro's Cristoforo IRL. Nah, Cristoforo was inspired by Seatsmore, or how the fuck you say his name, bro. Christopher was actually modeled after a real world person. Holy shit.
So it's just like always dark things in my mind.
You good? Yeah, I told you there's something wrong with this IP, bro. I told y'all there was something wrong with this IP. And then
But
look at her. Yeah, no, she's she's just thinking he wasn't supposed to say that part out loud. Damn.
the real answer is that
Oh, he was joking.
I think not only for me but for the whole CDProjekt, the very important thing is stories that resonate with people. They are not some weird ideas about alien invasion on Earth or big robots invading some countries. It is about it always needs to be a human story.
Just so you know, I piloted a Gundam in the last chapter of Wuthering Waves that like threw a like sword and it like penetrated a black hole and then sent it to the other side of the galaxy. I'm just saying.
Originate from our own experiences.
Yeah, that was modeled after Solon's last Saturday afternoon.
So all the stories are always start with who the writer is, who like what our fears us, what our dreams are. We are always inspired by real life, and I think we always want to create stories that are somehow impactful. So I think that's why it was like that.
I mean, if we were to actually think about like the human emotion and the human story and all of that, I think 3.x is probably one of the more like probably the most like human arc you've probably had in a gacha story, right? You got like I'm just gonna be honest about it as a whole. Even though I hate 3.0 story-wise first half, it's like it is very human, right? Because like you just have this giga pointless character Lene, and while Lene is useless in the story, bro, oh man, she is a very realistic sort of character, like extremely bum-like, right? And it's like it there's always going to be people like that in like the world. Her story is like very human. Mornye, very human as well, right? Where you're going ahead, you're like you end up being giga crippled, right? And on top of your legs not working, somehow the lower half of your body gets chopped off too. Bro, that's some cyberpunk shit right there. Imagine being born disabled and then the disabled part ends up getting amputated anyways. Like, that's just crazy, right? So like that happened and then she ends up, you know, struggling, but then ends up doing like the most. Then you got like Amith trying to save the world, all of that. Yeah, it's a lot of like personal struggles. Where like Lene is like, I'm personally struggling to figure out what to do with my fucking life, so I'm gonna go impersonate a criminal organization member and just chill at an academy for fun. No, Lene's having a midlife crisis. That's what it is. That makes sense. That's her story. She's having a midlife fucking crisis, bro. And then Sagrika's just a dumb teenager.
Yeah, for us, impactful doesn't necessarily mean you have to have big stakes, because stakes can be personal and important for the protagonist. This is also what we did in Wuthering Waves, right? This is a character-driven story for Lucy. So,
There's a character-driven story for Lucy. I mean, it was kind of obvious. CDProjekt Red wasn't keeping it a secret. The main character of the collab story is Lucy, and she's probably the only one that's like actually like fully there in person. They already gave teaser reveals for like Rebecca being like 97% like the same as like the nightmare TDs that are like spawning in and shit like that. It's kind of obvious what's been going on over here.
this is our approach. So we noticed people are discussing version 3.1.
Oh, they know about it.
Wuthering Waves, which is also about sacrifice and salvation.
Oh, they know all about it.
So we see a connection to
I was right.
our approach to telling stories.
Not pre-watched, by the way.
Could you share more about your inspirations for this?
其实刚刚那个也有聊到说，咱们在创作那个边缘性的时候，其实要写的这个悲剧核心也是因为我们自己日常其实可能生活当中会想到的一些画面或者会共鸣的一些事情，所以我们把它写出来了。我和我的团队应该也会对这样的一个答案非常的有共鸣。其实我们在写 3.1的时候写这个文案的同学们，其实我认为也是这种感觉，就是其实大家都在做的一个类似于像纵使这个世界无法改变，对吧？世界很残酷很难改变，但我们其实做的每一件事情，还是依然会对我们身边的每一个人和事产生的一些影响，不管是积极的影响还是消极的影响。虽然有时候我们
It sounds a little bit like 3.1 and 2.5. Yeah, he's basically talking about like how like every action somebody takes ends up impacting the world in some way. So yeah, I think it's like a 2.5 and 3.1 sort of deal.
是积极的影响。那3.1其实也是一个类似这样的，我觉得有血有肉的故事。它是一个救世主养大的，因为我们主角漂泊者其实是个救世主嘛，养大的一个孩子，他无形中其实肯定都会被影响的，对吧？会驱动着他去做一些他自己觉得对的事情，可能会跟漂泊者不一定一样，对吧？那可能救世主在救世，但孩子可能只是想在这个过程中，他只是想拯救他自己的家人，他可能并不想拯救世界这么宏大的议题。就我觉得去写这样的故事，一定也会给很多的人带去一些共鸣。
I saw Gotcha Smack was reacting to this dev talk this morning. I'm not sure if he's going to understand this part.
那么对于赛博朋克的剧本主题，我也有一些想和两位再探讨一下的，比如就是实质。
Yeah, but hey, maybe he'll get it now that the CEO himself has explained the dynamics of the story. Maybe he will now understand because Solon Lee has just dictated in the most definitive way possible what the 3.1 story was about. So I don't think there's any way to get the message confused anymore because the CEO himself of the game told you what the story was supposed to mean. Yeah, let that simmer like neck bone juice.
今日随着科技的发展，其实很多在20世纪已经提出的赛博朋克的元素，甚至已经成为现实了，它不再那么科幻了。你们觉得赛博朋克这个题材在未来的发展会是什么样的呢？可能和20世纪或者21世纪初相比，有什么样的变化呢
？Cyberpunk is not entirely futuristic.
It's retro. I think that's a good vibe to have. In a lot of ways, the Cyberpunk universe is a lot worse than the present day. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I wouldn't be surprised if Cyberpunk was actually present day. It's just present day, assuming there were like no regulations on anything ever. So imagine if like corporations and stuff were allowed to do anything they wanted, like pollute, blah, 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 all of that shit. No human rights, no workers, no workers' rights, no violations, any of that shit. And it's just like, we would technically be more advanced technologically in 2026, right? But like, yeah, you'd probably have like a tumor growing out of your neck. Maybe like 3, something like that.
Retrofuturistic, which means it's like dragging inspiration from the technology in the 80s, or even more how people imagined future before. So the technology in Cyberpunk developed in a different way than it developed in reality. For example,
yeah, being developed with no morals. And like, this is like, imagine if we were designing new human prosthetics, but we didn't care if people died while testing them out. Just saying, we'd probably make a lot more progress, but there'd be a lot more dead motherfuckers from advancing the technology, right? But then this is the thing. In the Cyberpunk universe, you would volunteer for this testing, right? And if you died, your family would get like a payout and be like set for whatever, the next 20 years or something like that. So think about it that way. You can kind of see how the Cyberpunk setting is like realistic, because there's a lot of dudes that would do that in a society like Night City.
For example, we have heavily advanced AI or holograms in Cyberpunk, but the tech is more clunky and gritty, military even. It's not really the same as we are heading in reality. So I think the evolution of this genre will also stay to the retro and develop in a different way.
I think the best way to describe Cyberpunk as like sci-fi is like Cyberpunk is if you like went as fast as you could in advancing technology in the shortest amount of time possible, but because of that, you like limited yourself. It's like building it up as fast as possible, but your foundations aren't very good. Like, you're not going to like fucking space, and you're not going to like other galaxies, right? Wuwa's universe, Solaris, is like if you advance technology doing things the right way. A place like Lahai Roy or Star Torch Academy that's that advanced in what it's researching would never exist in Night City or the Cyberpunk universe.
它是有自己独特的标签的。对，那么其实，在撰写剧本的时候，动画作业和游戏作业应该也会有很多的不同的地方。而且，《边缘行者》的故事涉及到了2077的本作，还有反击社嘛。其实我也会挺感兴趣，就是想了解一下贵方是以怎么样的一种方式进行剧本创作的，会涉及到很多边的沟通工作吗？
Script creation. Are they talking about the writing of Edge Runners or the collab? I need to see here.
It was super hard. It was super hard from the beginning because there were 3 teams, you can say, because there was a team that was writing Cyberpunk Edge Runners. There was a game development team that was developing the game, and of course Studio Trigger.
Oh my gosh, I got these weirdos in my chat. You do, like, there are people saying that Cyberpunk is not that futuristic, or people contesting the idea that Cyberpunk's not. These guys told you it's not that futuristic. I'm not the one fucking revealing new information. That's the shit that they're saying, and I'm explaining it.
Developers and
the writers of Edge Runners are telling you it's not that futuristic. And you're just in here arguing. No, the person that created the IP is the one that's wrong. Shut the fuck up.
one important
Retard. The guy wrote this shit, and you're telling me he's wrong. You're stupid.
thing.
Dumbass.
While I was working with other people on Cyberpunk Edge Runners, game was not released yet. It was still in the making. And what's funny is that when I was asking game developers, okay, so what can I get
They're talking about Edge Runners, okay.
from you? Some information about the plot, the characters. They sometimes couldn't give me an answer because they were still developing it, changing some things, adjusting things. So there were a few really important things that were changing along the way. And then on the other side, there's Studio Trigger, anime studio, and writing anime scripts is super different than writing European animation or even live action movies.
I'm actually surprised now that Edge Runners was such a success then, because it sounds like this guy is just YOLOing it. He's like, yeah, I've never done Japanese style animation before. Oh yeah, also, yeah, they're not even done with Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah, bro, it just sounds like he was YOLOing it.
And also the cultural differences. So the process was
How is this not a complete failure? That, like, realistically, from the work cadence and the path he's talking, this did not sound like a good project. Like, this sounds like a terrible project to have worked on. I'm going to be honest with you.
was writing storyline and then script in version number 1, then sending to Trigger, and then we were talking. We were talking for days, for weeks, sometimes even for months. And sometimes it was talking about the themes, about the big things, like what this story is about, what this character should do. But sometimes we were spending hours to talk about one little scene or even one little dialogue because we understood things differently. One line was for Studio Trigger, something else than for me. Instead of, I would say that it was not the process of writing, it was a process of knowing each other better, that I was learning people in Studio Trigger, who they are, how they think, and they were learning.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. This would have been painful on 1.x. Or sorry, on 1.0 speed. Bro, I feel like he's taking forever to say this shit on 1.25.
Us, after, I don't know, several months, even a year, we were closer with each other. We could understand each other better. And we also knew what kind of story we want to tell. And I think that was basically the process. So constant.
Wait, this is sped up? Yeah, motherfucker. This is on 1.25. This has been on 1.25. You didn't even notice, did you?
Discussions, sending ideas for a script, sending ideas for a storyline, then getting back some notes. And it was like everyday work, a lot of talking, a lot of writing, knowing each other. So really, really hard work, but...
You thought it should be sped up.
Very fruitful. As I said, it was hard for us working on the scripts. And for you, is it hard as well? Is it...
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. Bro was yapping. Bro was just straight up yapping. He took like 7 million words to say one thing. The workflow started off really slow, and then as we worked more together, we got faster. how he took like 30 sentences to say that. Did I get anything wrong in that summary? I just wanted to summarize that because it dragged on.
Difficult? Are there a lot of departments, or is it a different process?
是的，是的。其实你刚刚也有讲到，就是说非常困难的一轮又一轮的不停的沟通，去彼此理解，对吧？
Americans just don't know. Dude, what is this guy even like? Bro, there's this guy who keeps typing retarded shit into my chat. It's the proper way of talking. Americans just don't. Who are you? Dude, what do you just get? Go take a break. Go out. Go in time out.
从一开始的文化不同、认知不同，或者说审美不同，到最后可能变成有共鸣的搭档的这种感觉，其实我非常认同，而且我觉得我们其实也是。
And I love how Solon summarized everything he said in 2 sentences too. Even with the language barrier, he knew this motherfucker was yapping. He had to recap that because I think all of us lost the plot.
这样子的，我们的剧本其实也不仅仅是个文字的游戏，我们其实也是需要通过我们的演出、关卡、战斗很多的这些部门，其实来把剧本当中想要传达的东西很好的传达好，其实最后才能产生一个好的体验呈现给我们的玩家。对，所以想要把这件事情做好，一定是要靠我们的创作者通过一轮又一轮的彼此的沟通，互相的理解，对里面的这些细节的推敲，对吧？推敲到极致，或者推敲到大家足够的互相认同，觉得它最后会成为一个我们能做到足够好的体验。所有的流程最后其实也是为了去支撑这件事情，就是让我们所有的同学可以有一个好的氛围和好的沟通。
I know they're talking like a good bit of like fluff right now, but this is like also the question that I have. Isn't this kind of just like the baseline expectation when you're working on something? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be like a dick or rain on the parade, but this just sounds like if you're not doing this, you might be slightly stupid. Do you know what I mean? I feel like this is the baseline expectation.
环境或者希望他们达成互相信任，去互相兜底。那能够把这件事情做好的时候，我们再来看这个结果，确实往往它的结果会更好一些。
It's just, yes, I would assume if you have good communication and you're aligned and you have a unified vision that your end goal is going to end up more cohesive and better. That's it. I don't think that's rocket science. I feel like that's just like a very like common sense sort of thing.
所以我很认同你刚刚也讲的那个部分，或者说我们其实也是这样子的，就是要一轮又一轮的沟通，要信任。对吧？要把自己的专业在自己的那个部分，就是自己的那个模块去做到极致。
So that's another connection between Cyberpunk Edgerunners and Wuthering Waves.
是的，是的，是的。我觉得其实要去做好一个故事，或者做好一个内容，只要是人在做，它最后其实就是得。
Who knows? Maybe this is simply just more shots at Hoyoverse, because I guess the implication is that they don't fucking do this. Like, what? Does the Fate collab end up like this if they do this? I don't know. Like, did everybody on the HSR team agree, you know what? Half the main story in this collab should have no voiceovers. Did they all agree on that? Did they reach a consensus to do that? Maybe. Did the HSR... Wait, I need to... Did the HSR team all agree that this was going to be what Britain looked like? Did they all reach consensus on this? Maybe that's what they're taking shots at, right? Because I guess the implication is that there's probably at least one fan of Fate at the Hoyoverse office working on HSR, and they were like crying when they put this in the game, right? Or maybe none of them care.
得靠协作，得靠信任，得靠沟通，得靠思路对齐。然后马上边缘行者其实也要有第二部了嘛？那是什么时候开始决定要做第二部的？有什么样特别的契机？能不能给
Solon Lee asking questions about Cyberpunk Edgerunners Season 2. Oh boy.
我们的观众们介绍一下？它会是个什么样的故事呢？
So even before the release of Edgerunners 1, I knew there should be more. I just knew that Night City needs more stories about people with tragic endings. So
is this dude just out here to write stories about people dying? Nah, I bet this dude has his own parking spot at a Polish hospital right next to the cancer ward. 1,000,000%. I would put money on it.
I won't stop with just Edgerunners. As for season 2, what I can say, I would love to tell you everything. So maybe later we're gonna talk about it. But
okay, so like I feel like this is just direct confirmation we're gonna get a future CDProjekt Red collaboration. Probably like either a season 2 of Edge Runners or like Witcher or something like that. Like I don't see how there's not, right? Like you guys are just they're being cute again. Bro, they're being all cute and shit again. Like they were with like the fucking, oh yeah, there's like this one background track that I like really liked and like the team, we like all really liked it. We just had to put it in. I'm not gonna tell you which one it is though. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna bring up Cyberpunk Edge Runner Season 2 and like, oh, what are your thoughts on that? This fucking guy. No wonder So Law was in such a good mood, bro.
But now I need to be careful. Definitely, we already said that we are releasing Edge Runners 2. It will be again with Studio Trigger, so that is awesome, but it will change a bit because first season was made by the veterans of Studio Trigger, and now it will be fresh blood.
Yeah, I don't know if you should have said that. Now I think it's gonna be trash.
So, new director, new character designer, a lot of new people that are hungry, that have.
He's like, ah, shit, I don't know if I like that. Hey, cancel the collab. hey, cancel the collab. Hey, tell them, hey, switch the roadmap. We're doing Witcher. Hey, no, we do a Witcher instead. Fuck this shit.
Different vision, and this vision is awesome. This story will be more violent. If you cried during Edge Runners 1, then you will cry more for sure. So you need to buy a pack of tissues. But definitely it will be darker, more realistic, more blood. So honestly, be prepared.
OK， 可以让我们和所有的观众们一起期待。对，那长线运营其实一个
Yeah, I don't know. This dude seems like this dude seems a little unhinged.
IP 是很不容易的事情嘛。那边缘型的第二部无疑是为这个
Yeah, I don't know. This guy kind of scares me.
IP 以及赛博朋克2077注入全新的血液，就像你说的，会有更多的惊喜。那除此以外，可以介绍一下其他的边缘行者或者赛博朋克2077相关的规划吗？
We really try to build a very interesting IP, very interesting universe, I would even say. That except the game, anime, we also have board games, comic books, manga. We have a lot of stuff, narrative stuff, because we are like telling stories, and we also like to build connections between those. So, for example, if you know Edge Runners, there is a comic book with one of the characters from Edge Runners. If you know one comic book, then in another comic book, the same character is a background character. So we like to tell those small stories that become this bigger world. We're working on Edge Runners 2, but also Milena here is working a lot on our amazing Cyberpunk comic books, so she can tell you more.
As Shlur said, we want everyone to feel that all of our stories are part of one universe. They might have met each other, they might have heard about each other, and everything happens in Night City. For the Edge Runners, we actually are writing a prequel, which is Edge Runners Madness. This is a story, a comic book story about Rebecca and her brother Pilar before becoming Edge Runners. So Edge Runner fans would love it. Yeah, we are going for more.
All right, they're making the Cyberpunk cinematic universe.
我听完会觉得，就是两个团队的感觉很像，就是大家其实都是在想通过讲好每一个小故事，然后最后构筑成一个很好的大故事的这种感觉。
So
She didn't yap much, bro. I think she said like 5 sentences. Now, the majority of this fucking dev talk was this guy going ham.
how you are maintaining your IP and doing this? Like you also have some ideas how to keep Wuthering Waves alive for 100 years?
Oh, this is an interesting question.
自己的看法是，首先我觉得作为一个 IP， 它首先还是要有一个比较长的规划，就是去明确长期这个 IP 要做或者可以做的事情。第二个是一定要去感受生活，我们的团队的理念也是，就是你一定要去感受到，一定要去体验好的作品，去通过这些好的作品和生活里面的片段，就是每一个片段去寻找自己能共鸣的事情，然后再通过自己的才华，用合适的方式去呈现给玩家。那如果你做完了这些事情，然后最后能得到玩家更多的一些正反馈和认同，或者获取玩家的这样的一个共鸣，形成循环，那我觉得。
Okay, so basically, was the way that Solon described that was We like to take like emotional and or kind of like impactful things from like everyday life and then kind of like wrap them up into the moments in the game. And then I assume, I think that's what it was. I think it works out well.
IP 的活力。好，那非常感谢米朗和 Steve 宝今天愿意和我们做这么多的交流。那么以上就是我们本次特别谈话的全部内容了。漂泊怎么？我们3.4版本中见哦，拜拜。
All right. Awesome talk overall, and one of the things that I really liked about this one was that it kind of just felt like more of like a casual conversation of them just like asking each other random fucking questions. And the odd thing is that I don't even know, part of me feels like they didn't even have like an agenda for this. And they just kind of like went in going for it. Is there more?
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, it's just, now they're all just fisting each other. Great.
那我们拍个合。
Damn, this motherfucker like 17 feet tall. Fucking daddy long legs over here. Holy shit. Wait, bro did not look like that while he was sitting down. What the fuck? Bro, when's the last time you had furniture? The couch went to your knee. He stood up and he's out of the fucking frame. What the fuck?
Hey, okay.
Wait, they had so much fun. Holy shit. Bro's happier for this than he was for the anniversary. Bro's literally happier for this than he was for the fucking anniversary, bro. That's wild. But I think you can probably tell why. If you couldn't, let's just say that Solon is definitely a bigger fan of Cyberpunk and Edgerunners than these guys are of Wuwa. Bro was basically fanboying out the whole goddamn fucking time during this chat over here. And I just gotta say, it was an amazing conversation. Absolutely no issues at all with the language barrier. So I guess W with the translators over here to make sure that like the message, all of that, whatever they were saying, it got across clear and it got across well. And as far as I could tell from like the subtitles and everything that they were saying, there was like pretty much nothing lost in translation, which was impressive. What I do have to say though is like, what's wrong with this guy? Like, what is wrong with like this dude over here? Cause like, bro actually kind of scares me. Like straight up, it sounds like he's excited to write about people dying. That's possibly the main takeaway I got from this. He really enjoys writing about people dying. A lot. Like a lot. It's like bragging about it. We've clearly got a good story in store for us for version 3.4, just a couple of days. And I think this was actually one of the perfect videos, one of the perfect conversations for us to have to kind of like tee that up. Absolute banger. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out.